yaye instant services nyulle nata ka gambia mulu be da handi nkalen ne yaye de e ba gambia karobe la labiri nan katon fokoina yaye mandangale ko dikiyo dammato de e ka kaswa wa fali yenne e ka credit go wa fali yenne al salla ko dota liya kal fongola account nimi lafta western union kiyola ria small wall aning money grand nin remit ay wali yaye nyulle nata andum nyulle da ha warta de yaye inata le puruka mobele da handi yaye yes
company le nyini kambang mi ya long koy pharmacy tale baake annum fane lanna ya tale gambia banko kanjang what Lee Properties plus real estate and building materials afelalia jang Lee Properties plus real estate and building materials wala la company tal nyanta tala dami katun ko le doku wasane ya tale lanna ya tale andum itariata nga kenol so tale ne gambia banko kanjang kabo abuko katafu farato jalambang kasakunda kachume aning jambanjele Lee Properties plus real estate and building materials mandanga lejede nka loro kele luwaso anin bohol singo atol mimba bun lora waranta lafta bun lolla nga bagasi kendol le sotali nsa wafalma nga samba fal lafta la dame min dabe soneyari atol min lafta kala kenol sotobi alna Lee Properties plus real estate and building materials alni e kacha katun ko la joro soneyata bakele al Lee Properties plus real estate and building materials kumandi 7523293 wala 582781
jiberlaɓe dawɗa to ngal konto ngal jiya allah programme o to IFANG BONDI alnal baɗi maɗo modulamin jamme bindim ɓe mbijan dron wala kedam Nfally Fadera ti head of communications OIC Gambia Nfally Fadera nge jiya IFANG BONDI to
baraka bake modlamin mbe konton na mbe tentula kala moylalu konton fanan ke tentu ibe dawda dunia kono ka foy ko aketa nyakontanu ni sewri bi ka kafuyma IFANG BONDI ka kacha ka kula me alon ko ako keda buñani horma fendi banko kan banko ye banko bebe pare kan kam memo OIC Banjul Summit OIC banko nyaton ko labe mba men nyande keda gambe banko kan
Nfally a baraka bake OIC Banjul Summit aketa summit o mi alon ka warta bake ka ni ajibe naboda UN la General Assembly la OIC la warta summitol wala meetingol di meli alon ka be ka ke dunia kono woto kammala ni manke prabedde avec la bembalti Gambia kono although I cancelled on several occasions but alia itandi ko alinji ko be siren ko ni silo ni mekaro men kana tanga tilina na tilulo fenda bayla ni ala sonta ni ajibe fana bitala fo banku nyadon ka tallula ni worowla meli alon ko wolle be mabe da jimbe ngoto woto kammala fana ya itandi le ko mi manke bendi me ala bendingolo follow Nfally mba dati la dame wole be kala anye projet ko met kadu OIC la na Gambia keta Gambia na fa kubati projet ko na da me alon ka package male na da abol kono OIC conference center VIP lounge member Banjul International Airport road construction ol fanan ngol fanan jele ol fanan they are ongoing atara fo silam mo meli alon ko fanan be do kukan of course 5-star hotel ol fanan bije power plant fanan bije ale mi alon ko package ol ali akerkere dingan nawek lela ana nyonyongol Nfally lafta men lonna sande wala nyindi ko nyim projet ko nganyulu men foten jumal le banta anin jumal le mamba bari tanga fele men tutaje pour somito ici amanjam fa baka ni projet ko jama bi jali yakele pour belbina somito la isaje ata projet ko nyi bam ro kamman ba nyinin karu folora dame wala nyindi ko nyim projet ko jumal le banta anin jumal le mamba ni tembela
baraka bake modlamin ilo nyinin karo kumata bake ko ya fa nyamen jani follow jani bedu nakaja kono dron nsela komo jansanga bambandi membe dending OIC bengola nala gambe banko kana kumaya men soto ko ya fa nyamen dunia be ben fennem banku nyaton katallulu ni wara wulalu ni ku kenyolu ani men siata wati fan wolen nyanta nala banko kan kabo dunia karobela mbe yilla ka wol magambe banko kan jang aketa buñane horma fembati gambe kadum amanke sango sannen e kanyin dunia banku nyaton kol soto no ila banko kam so boyengo nyinna buña anala hormo anala kumaya kamba wala yatina gambe man sakunda kabintumo men na nyin duno lata gambe kan ngaji ko abe kumala le puru gambia fanan anin man sakunda ye wuli ye ya jibe mun kullel be je men yalon koy nyanta pour somito e keno sonia kono ye project jamal kafu nyoma bari o project ko lu yemen be kafu nyoma an safu fanko abaramalo wallel wol mutun kullu lelti wallel mu jioti wallel mu kuranti wallel mu siloti anin ku ko tamal men yalon koy wallel be sarata men yalon ko bedune kono na nyaata domandi ba ni ata nyim project ko be jibe ibe julu kiline be city wala mu julu jumaati wala mu juloti membe denni gambiano la nafa because nga jele ko nyim project kol men yalon ko be wollel doku kam to nyalla be doku kan somito le kamba bari nyanta kila project lelti me yalon ko nyanta tarla jenne ka gambiano nafa somito kola sanji jama somito kola tubabul kafa ko legacy project so wala munu man sakunda hamoti wala tina num na pareo kono man project kol samna me yalon ko be kala summit centric project ledi somito ndanko somito kamba project kol ñu bari ñu project la di men yalon ko ni somito botale be tala janne kan nafa fo wati jam so wala daba ñom fensi fal kono wala mu na ñing sila project kodi because OIC biri man sakunda ndo la doku bu nalon di en sasi ku sabala follow mendi wala mu ka dunya ya ka naflo ñini andu nata ala tendu o naflo ñino kono anin demar ñino ñin kono nata ko do men soto kafringo niya be kaf ñoma fa project lem fa asorla lem fa fen ko lem bo be data si astara men si ata $1 million keme sabata nim fula nim project ko dol be men yalon ko lel kafta ñom so wo kono mbe silol doku kan na sila doku o bulu fula le bala folo momenti wala mu batil hadin highway silo fanundoti wakira costa road silo di memboda airport johnson do kara fa na kistin kono la o silo ñing abe doku kanne hanibi andum amampare 100% bari sila le mealon ko abe doku le fa dandula amano fana mbela la faje the only thing membe mankila silo ñin na pare o kono wala be kala flyover sabanjango menemu wo bridge odi manabe manakang be mello kan traffic light johnson jol ka faje ko fajara johnson so walete pare kurina bari wo kola silo ñimbe manale le 5 futa dandula me mustin konati anda pare lale nañu luntamal men kana be muna fanno alale kela kolke kela hajol ke kabo conference center kadela taradulal na ñum fen sifa ko taw so woto de mam ala tentu je baake naf bula ñam fanam mendi wala mu hani bi silo la karola wala mu kasila kuta muan lo kombotuba banko kanja même mu greater banjul area wo project ko be doku kan no fanam mam pare bari ijam fada je baakele definitely ni bota woto na VVIP lounge men felenti Banjul International Airport because nga kalamutale ko ñullun tangolu nata la jidla folo be kala dementu wala mu airport and ñu ñom ben sifa lundangol la daha airport is very very important and katum fenjama balel kake airport because ni be yilla kam mo wuli fula kemelulu kata wuli sabakan you know ila airport inyanda dogula le nyala me alon ko nit ñi luntangol naata man naka bata jama soto ji ñanta sonia le tambi nyala na ñam fensi fa ko tamon so wo kono le mun nata dedicated airport lounge lo me alon ko abe kela airport lounge de VVIP lounge me alon ko ñu luntangolu president wolu be yilla ka men ni wol nata e be tani woletola andi te problem soto e baaji la fawon se taraje fan na men luntangol topoto ka wa tara fawon ni airport do ñodoni mo ko tamol se mun fangale te problem soto wo project ko fanam bantale 100% ya kodo sika a dokuta anda a chabo sikare a diga me man sakunda so daben na project ko fanan kono wala mu conference center di menkera bendula nyim famati katum ni be molu kumandile nan bemala fo sedula soto dinkira me alon ko bengo nyim famabe kala wala do wala atna fanan na parendiro kono ngaji ko wabe kumalale pour nga conference center lo nga alaten du bake biti lola nga international conference center soto gambe banko kan dementi alon ko bengo be kala wala do ana reke fenti me alon ko abdo kutala pareta wo fan pareta juna bakele fan safo fan ko sanji saba sanji nani commando ala pare woni bitlo tema ana rek fenti mi alon ko fan mba doku ndikanne silang conference jamal fan be je nani africa jamma fan la wol be kana gambia jan so nin conference center fanam boto je the other thing wala mu na journey kuram project hoti wo fanan nin na wekle bo kono mentata kanyam fo dollar million tansaba nim fula na wala la na weke bulo kono pour ya dundi ila journey kuram kunna pour que ila dokuta ka sembentu yani so project ko fanyim fanan be tama kanne menketa project lulu njamati ninga tara namiro man nene be kelementi wala mu na 5-star hotel project ko nyindi wo kera fenti malon ko fanan adati tele barado ko nyimbe ke kana man pare kurin ke follow so in terms of na project ko lu nyinna mu tunkul lulol tin safo men nako ngam fansa sinu walella andung bare amanda nyunu damala katum security fanan be jele pour kana tanko bunda mo lu sembentu yandi ñom project si fal fanan
mina me futala o ha
moto ko be jela ni fenko tamal ba okay all right
ha me futala o to lem falle ha so sa laftale nga 5-star hotel o nga jibe bari mem futano wolem nyindi ko 5-star hotel abe dokula le puri bajala ni heads of state ni nata na ibajala le ko se dulal so dula kende tarabla kende se tarano je nyame borom fortunately ngajel ko comme projet ko ni amam pare auto kammala ni nata ne tarlano je mune nyim projet ko ni mune a tardendi
sultan abaraka bake projet ko ni ko ya fa nyamen amam pare kuringe kadum ndol hamo momenti kabrin tumo menen be dunna kono comme ngafo e nyami wala mu doron kadula soto damenti alon ko nilun tangol nata be lun tangol dunda walto mallafi ay ken danko doron kuti wara lun tangol e na tara bata kekan so bari wala atna fango man sakunda na tanyin projet ko nyinta ka alo mem ya lon ko ala arrangement momenti wala mu ko man sakunda ni private business investor le denda man sakunda e keno samana mari e kodo samana pour ye denyola e ñoo sementen ya do ku bara man na pare nonu ni nata meye pare o nasindi ku jamal bi yalo ñu ñom project sifalu fenne me alon ko you know ila tani naka siale especially when it comes to the administrative work and illegal ni ku jamal because a project ko ñing akeda fendi me alon ko a project sifal kake ñamen ning atara hanin contract ko fon signed there are issues ka famene ko conditions precedent woli keta sartol di meni alon ko fanna flol men be contract ko sign e nyandale yela yela nyantolu timmandi jannim projet ko nyimbe wutula misal fe ning atara misal fe for example Gambia man sakunda ñing sarto kono wara ñing contract ko kono Gambia man sakunda la condition one of the conditions in yanda men that la jannim project will be kick into motion wala mu keno ñinta kala business investor bulu ka fay ko keno ñim fele ready for you to use will be mu kulel so nata je ko will be back and forth will legal kachal you know cool men sotanum keno ñinna ko wala will be time din talent jele that was one of the issues but I also understand that resource mobilization fanan nata ke kolea fananti même fana project ko ñin dile demanding but project ko ñing it is going on but it is not going as we had anticipated men be diala nun tole wala mo project ko e pare e sajin sen dula soto ben yalon ko ben luntangol bedun la wala it was going to make the logistics and the security and all other stuffs easy for us.
All right mfalle so ngana nga nyoru nyaata demandi ngamburu na silolu dokuta bar ndila interview follow ngi ñinen kan ko même potano wolon sila fata worode bar sila nga kamuta ko mantara o jeka bar hani kabiya kamuta ko fenne mantara je me alan ka baytande ko udlaba kala sila fata worode yemune sote be même fola ñinto
no femman fali wodo nga même foy nun kunu wala be je hani bi it's going to be sila fata worolem it's going to be a 6-lane highway sila fata worolem me alan ko tani na bebe kala saba le so wala be je is a 6-lane highway dual carriage 3 on one side 3 on the other side so wala be doku kan sainting me adna molumang sila fatolu nune waje wala mo ko doko nyimbe ke kan hani biya man pare folo wala atine maru etwabul kaf me ko road markings wala mo nune redo me alon ke wala ke sila fatol kam pour ka tala sid la sabat so wala man sort of flow, but it is still a dual carriage ko nga fe nyamem fenna man falim project scope nyin do fe man talaji fam nin kumu fang sa fang ka lafata misal fe niya jibe flyover bridge nying anyanda kala num fulad wala fatale sila kira sabati nga kilin sort of costa road all yundum do be tarla bruce biton table do be tarla fajara fen ko tongol fana men lafata je wolel mudi security road railing solti men yalon ko wolel be tarla je newol men be tarla silo dan wala ani ye bari yandingol men ke je saje mol kana sangarato seleno silo kan as they please so wol dol be jele even the thickness of reinforced le fana it was going to be a 5 centimeter thickness asphalt memo mana keso nyin sa yo fana na kuliya nyim fana ya la fala demanding so ngamem foy nunje wala beje fente je mentalata je in terms of the specifications.
All right, nana dana accident wol fana na kabiri ngaje ko nun do no janni silo la dada be mammanna accident wo kasoto je bara manke komin kabiri silo ni dada ta yeleta OIC alto be muneke kan nyin ko to kaje ko pour accident wol je tala nyin silo kan nyamen kadum momin drom fata je kabiri silo lu starta ka use ani sa de ma siata
ba elo mut to nyalati andum I think any loss of life accident wolu aning modu menu niyo katuje nsenna ni ko aytan ni wala follow kadum mo niyo manyen natula fento fengo me alonko hamo munu menti wara alo kuma munu menti wala mu purka molu dahandi anin purka molu nafa kadum silol do kudan wala mola daha dron kaje ko tani na sonaya that was the thing so nin ku dona radda dunje me alonko mayila ma definitely ni ko yakubalem bari lafaka me yitandi wala mu ko men kanyin accident wala sabu wala mu ntela haymaroto anin na jeroro nyim fana keta jernyade me alonko fam wala boda technician ol fanam bulu men mu NRA silo marilti men be marlin silo ko wala ananyu mo sifa yama itani je wala mu ko nyin silo la accident me ya sabu wala mu drive lu la manya nyin silan nu kan kadum ndeka mem fo mole wala mu ko nyin silo lu hanibi mampare tubabul kaf me ko work site hanibi do ko be kekana mampare wala na hanibi ko nune baliya mem fo be mankeno fengo dol men be ja mankeno wala na fay kaje ni wati botala caterpillar kana silo kan ne silo soron la doldo isaje molu se jenke silo ka o be meten wala mu ko mampare so ndenga miroro ning atra silo ni mampare aman nune and all other traffic safety and in traffic management devices or joral men nyanta kele je pour ka motolu boru nyalu manankun wol be mampare ndela miroro moto tiol nyanta doman tumandu wato dol beje ni be nyi silo kam motol ka bori nyamen na sangarata ba so ndela jero to wala ka nyinyon accident jamalu sabu amanke silo nyinna kenyati or anything I think mol le nyanta ka doman ya lonko silo lu nyunu e mampare folo anim fana moli daji kol fana because ikaje tumando ba do famo mol ka tara sila fato membe bulubala motol men yalon ko nyanda tala marala ye moto ja fintina e bulubala ime yila madamen tol be ka soto en sila ne kan so ntenga amiro wonyon kusifalu those are the contributing factors many at na accident or strategy and ndela miro to ngamira ko nini atara drive woli daji ko farin silonga ya doman ya lonko this is still a work site amampare nga domando nga nyoso drone definitely accident will be talala
Falle all right mbadu nga nana je amampare contrat ko le safeta sarto le la agreement le keta pour silo deda ni silo le deda sa nga sanji dan tantale sa ya faham yale so mune nyin tradel sabu bari ale wato min fo mule ko silo le banna afele sa nga keta kudi me alon ko sa is taking forever pour silo li pare mune nyin tradel sabu
no silo ni mantarde ita fono la ko atarde tale ning atara without looking at the work program ni work program ni jibe ning ko work program wala mu ye silo lu doku nyala nyameng nyanda tarla damendo especially in terms of battle hardin highway la dokoro hani bimbe waleto amanke ko coming mbe koma lale ni nata work progress la kalola mantra wala ri wenyam membe je wala muko silolu nying kabirimbe doku kannu ndol ngal kala mundal nunko hani kabin tuma men na fon somito la lum folo loran ngalon nako nde silolu nyin doku no la pare before the summit wala nanu nga silo doku nyin tala into phases ye phase 1 sotole nun ye phase 2 soto phase 1 do ko kono nun hamo mun mendi wala mu kasilo dati nun kabo airport Johnson do kana fo yetam bi Senegambia la maybe kada palmari mama fa wala yellow woto wala munum phase 1 din jiko munu woldi wala mu ko janning beddun nan somito kono wato wala même wala lum folodi men Biden I think it's in 2020 2022 or 2021 so wala munum projection oti wala mu ko by the time the summit is upon us mbe phase 1 bannale ibajilale project ko hotel lu men yalon ko mbe yilla kan ko mbe wollal doku la waram be luntangol dundlan walla kono silo nyin doko be tambila wallale bari ina raje ko bring samito silo samito nyin bayta no manna kenun serun samala o doko nyin nara tende bari kaje fanko hani nyaaji be fango be nyin doko nyin membe kekam nyanda tarla demento fango nsafo fanko doko tambita waralal nin kumu fango isafo fanne ko fam we have gained more time we have made more progress nte nyanda danna nun damentun tambita walal because ni hakilo du command kuma kan do ngafo en nun fanko contractor ya tendi molle ko silo nyimbe do kulele fa nyanta danna damenta nyanta nakila damenta bitala fa nakije be mono do kulele fa fraje so mu progresseri in terms of battle hardening there is no delay as such and you know alhamdulillah you know we are very satisfied with the way that the work is going they are taking it quite seriously and you know do ko nyimbita kan ka kete nyam
okay all right thank you Nfally so saying me kaja sound la nyato demanding bitala nyato ha ya fam ya so lafta nga futa dame wolem contract ko bari official ngaje contract ko dita programme project ko fanan dati bla ngaje contract jamal le dita ngaje local driver la contract ko di driver la ngaje local contract ko di social media influencer la ngaje contract ko di musician la ngaje contract ko di media personnel la ngaje contract ko security official fanan le training ni ko ke min beden ni OIC la somito ya fam ya bari nada ko je melia lonko akaw ku yata baka contract ko kono bari nanata musician la fanala musician jamal le Gambia ya wana san but budon Gambia la top musician ol sante ni be kontina akamuto ko bele bije right now na manke estate nyin keda fedde me alon kay dia musian di sate kon muneke da munat na estate damantara musician ol kala lembel tamel ya alon ko den kilo bon la pour ni OIC somito
baraka bake sultan ko ya fa nyamin ndol fanana parendiro nyin kono nga hamenum pour ka OIC summit kibaro nyin ka jamfandi ka jiko ay Gambia tonko nano bebeng jiko sula kanatu mankuto ninata summito kibaro la mo be sa kalamuta isaje mbese dengal wala atna num findira num pour ngonni modo le de nyola nga de nyola pour ise mako kan jamfandi so wabare bo kono yenyi mol men fon ni wolel jamal nata de nyola pour ko keno bari na contract yo kono security in drive or mantaraje we just trained them but it was not as if we signed any contractual agreement with them but ya fa nyameng artisolu ni influencer nin wol dole do ko kele agreement no sodre but in terms of the specific question on ko make memfo ning artisol men yalon ko ni wol I can even use this opportunity ka itandiko julo nyim fa finditale kunun officially alhamdulillah ni mentata YouTube OIC Gambia la page to batar la jele julo nyin diata ba Gambian artist solun safu fanko baramalu bele famo ba kono bari comme ndron pour que la kumo jabi molu men ba kono ni wollelu bentano kanna so artist sol siata diata mo be fanante tarano la je bari molu men yalon ko wollel ba kono ni wollel benta kanna ni wollel nara tenten do ko nyina wollel
okay quickly ndolla kiskisiro me idande wolem nyindi ko comme STB kama boyo aliya reach out le but ko bi ya fa jamal na mam ben kan ya fa ham yal kiskisiro me dan wala tole offer mel la de tableau ko wolem 50000 kodi so baro 50000 no nyin kiskisiro ya idande ko comme ali STB mam ben kan naji ya fa ham yal so lafta men nyinen kala wolem nyindi ko fodum tonya ali artisol jo 50000 la bang wo kamal ni estimate na ben kanna bang fodum hani wo mukumul mi ala manso
Mr. Sultan comme ngam fo jedron yalla nyin ko membe jedron tol ninna ofale nata ning men nata wala mu sembu ninna ofale nata ning artisolu men yalla ko lel beje findite kan ngayden ni la hon to laftale nale do ko ke but alla jusu nyaburon kan nyine be mbulu la faka a ko nyi laten
aliye jole falye jusu nyaburangol dila. The question is aliye tallul le dila falman tallul dila because tallul le kafa.
Mantal lulu dila and tallulu was not the offer to ST, but I don't want to go into the details of that, Mr.
No,
Sultan.
yalam falle, we need to know about that because yalam megada songana yalam mi anna nyanda dunna details to Gambia lol laftalo na nyin keda fenne de yalan kai internet o benne ya faham ya. So they want to know. Yeah, understand because artist Jamal Lebije, Jizul Bijele, Hussein Bije, Attack Bije, Jalba Kuyate Bije, our Gambia Bije, Miss Jobis Bije, you'll be Baramal, you'll be a marshal, be more artist ball, Banco Kaja. But ST Natake mo killing the Mayalonga Mantaraje. Doluko, Niaja Mantaraje coming, Ali 50,000 women diala, Wole Mansiate fee. Doluko, Niaja Mantaraje, Pasca feel leko coming, you know, Ninata ni nyala me alonga te feel got the bokala noje kuma jamal la kafu. So we want to hear from the horse's mouth purka senian fodum aleta lule diala wala na balanta man fodum muno lafta nyin blale senian
ha me wole fokan yalo me kuma kilimo le fokan me men explain ka wole muko ning na ofale tata kan kon ning ofata ta nyamen ka fanya dil artist ko tangolu kan
ofa wala jeldi
asiara talluloti I can tell you that for free. Findita kanne.
But what Nfally, why are you not ready to say this? You can
no,
talk
because
about, you can say the amount, you know, it's normal to know the amount. Because kuma jamal lekafo, and you have the opportunity now to clear the air. So it's simple as that.
Yeah, no, yalo nyinko nyinga fole sinya jama. So dolu, to be honest with you, to come into problem jeje membeje. I don't want to go into the specific, but the most important thing here is that
offer that's the question.
The most important.
Why are you not ready to talk about the offer?
Simple no, because the most important thing in my view is that we went to him with an offer, just like we went to other people with the same offer. Okay, you know, it's $75,000 in artisolu nina dakor wala. So ni wole findita ibekang comme nga fo nyame dol nata songala do beje asti nata bulawol kono mol men yalon ko amanna sonno wala ala miroto a jeko is something me alon ko at do ko nyin ken wala yaje so you know nay kaja jama soto kuma jama men be denin ku jama la bari manna kambenno comme nga men fodrom the most important thing here is mol men yalon ko lel sonda ka kafuma kanyi ñun banku do ko ke ni wolel denda ni wolel betenten kanka ko ñina alhamdulillah denklo ñi nara findi ku
okay yo to for the side yo to for the for ko time when you make sure ko time when you kana so let's try to be cautious when it comes to timing, right? So I have an important question to ask here me alon ka kuma ta back right? So kabrali offer ñindi estila $75,000 ali ole landa tabulo kan a mansion. Yeah, I understand and coming for it. Jamaka limit and we cannot pay more than this because Nimu Banku do call. Right?
No. It's nothing like that because ning other that argument lem. Amanke ko komen kind no we cannot pay just because it's Banku do call. It's not like that.
Okay,
no, it's simple. Very not fengada because you know, just like you know, personally, in STTMO, I don't need to recount that. It alone, in a personal relationship.
No, I don't want to. I don't want us
no,
to
no,
go.
no,
I don't want us to go. No,
I'm not going into the personal. I'm not going to come for drum. Coming kaitan diko coming. Nataling item dalako. This is the budget that we have for this project. So ning after mang moma faiko coming bankudoko or whatever. It's just that we had a conversation. We just item dalako. This is the budget that we have, and then he thought it was not enough for him to go into a partnership with us on this important event that is upon us. So we moved on, really. We moved on. So membe jedron come yalo nyaming ni nyong partnership sifa kachabe kekang, you know, negotiation olemu lafta nyinela, lafta kaka nyinela, nsake no nyinela, ntake no nyinela, you know, ngo kachale soro biri mambang no kanna, then we moved on, really.
Aliyajelle budget pour musician.
No, those are internal issues. Many along come malafika work on.
No, but yalo
making important than you blood. Well,
yalo here is here. Okay, but here is the thing, right? Ngenyi ni kajan. Nte afsene ata malo come yale 50,000 le offer contract signed alungo menna. Another 25 le eji. o senata mala keta $75,000 each artist and yemendila ya famia adu Gambia no la right to access information ya famia and you have the opportunity here to clear the air because kuma jamal la kam so wodo kamala akumata baka pour Gambia no yalo OIC Gambia.
No, Mr. Sultan.
Allow me to ask this question, please. Ali package landi because ya fojan. Road construction la package. Ali afole, ali ko do men dundi. Ali afole. Dawda ali ko do men al kafole. So wodo nyim fana femanya na mabalaje. We want to know ali package jelu, ko do jelu ali ole landi pour musician.
Mr. Sultan, ndenga mira really we should with all due respect we should move on because nya jibe ngom say move on no nyame. What is upon us is huge, bro. We are talking about 57 heads of state, delegations from 57 heads of state all over the world. Nala Gambia kono. We should talk about the preparations. How is the government preparing for this? Ndolbe mpereka nyadi le kanyu luntamalu bendung. Gambia be muneke kam pour kaji ko accommodation e soto nyu luntamale. Be muneke kam pour ka moto kendol soto no nyu luntamale. Be muneke kam pour ka Gambia nyaani mayetan no nyu luntamale. Ndol mo kacha and we are here talking about
but initially I gave you about 20 minutes.
Mr. Sultan,
I asked you relevant questions. No, but I asked you relevant questions with regards to this. Project will explain now. Something that is essential for all and sundry to know. No, but then it's essential because I have follow-up questions to ask with regards to this. Gambia no number nganana. Fonds will mel dundanyen blanco. Kodi amang ko mi donol dam malong grand dam malong. Taxpayers la kodo bijel. Itela kodobije, itela kodobije, dola kodobije. That's the fact. That's the truth. So what kodo na be dunna dame, wanya da folale. So allow me to laugh. I have important questions to ask regarding this issue. It's a simple question. Alia budget o melandi pour artist olie. O ma ke kuti me alon ka kolere sa funo nga nyine landale nga question nga we move on. Simple as that. Budget o alia jelle landi artist olie kere landi pour ka di artist olie.
Ya ndalafta nga nying jiwe nyame. Nying kono fan. Our partnership with the artist is just a tiny small bit of this whole preparations. So in a conversation as important as this to occupy a significant portion of that because there is no issue here. We reach out to all the people that we thought would add value to what we are doing. They can add value and contribute. Menu sonda ni wolele dogoge. Menu mansong.
You are wasting time because even your explanation on Bela niya for okay nganyine budget to me. Less than 5 seconds. You don't want to answer that. All right, so okay, allow me to. No. Responsibility is to ask questions.
I told you what we offered the artists.
But told you the entire budget. What is stopping you from telling me alien budget artist only? Simple question.
No, Mr. I don't see how that is relevant to the kind of argument we are trying to make here. The issue of the matter is the person in question, Memvo, we offered him, and what we offered him is $75,000. Yes,
okay, son. The responsibility is to ask questions. So ni mom pare ka jabe nga fenda mal to nyanda mel ka jala ja ni mom pare ka jabe I will leave it at that and move bar Gambia no salon ko sultan yam falli nyen ka jinale falli ko man kumaya
no I don't see
no but that is what you are showing here imam pare ka jabe but that's okay I respect that the fact ko imam pare ka do fintin de banda
no amanke ko mam pare ka jabe because membe amanke ko mam pare ka jabe I don't because I just feel like I've catching on this subject matter about prolongly than it is necessary in my view.
It's very necessary. No. You know 100%. You know. But then again,
I don't have any issues from a halfway. Okay, misalve yalo nyim budgetary call ka kinyame. You know, just like you said, you have a budget line, but budget line fanka kinyaming, ikajibele mensa kuno, something that is reasonable. You work with that, just like you said initially.
You're wasting time. Reasonable. You work with them. You are really budget is simple question. Simple question. Ngani na budget imam pare ko to. You delivered it.
No,
Simple
it
question.
Ndeka make explain here. Anyway, in terms of the budgetary, but let me just tell you, we budgeted enough to be able to do this project.
How much is it? That's the question. How much is it?
On top of my mind, I cannot think of a specific number because there is so much happening in Fanam. But in Kamemfwe, we have budgeted enough to be able to do what we want to do. No, I know what I'm saying. We have budgeted enough to be able to compensate new artists will be in a manner me along kontonga filko. They will feel that ila doku mbe joka nga ataro dangolale. So what is important than tell a mirror? Kafwe ko okay nga 500,000 le budget, nga 600,000 le budget, what 700,000. In my view, it is meaningless to the conversation. But we've had enough money to be able to compensate every one of these artists who many along ni wolle be do ko kega. Definitely. Because if you tell me
previously you are on record, ali budget do min dena avec la confidently yo for jan million seven in feng. Pour ali kurang. Ha. Ali yo for ya faham ya bar nyindo ko man pare ko fo, which is okay. So let's move on. Because time moment taraje, so we will move on. Ya understand? So ngana nang mura ko me ala kumada ba ke ka fo me social media influencer mankajang ya faham ya mankajang mo molde me ala ngale contrat ko diala kabla le contrat ko diala prafane tara social media influencer ko me ya lon ko be TikTok nim fanna dolla pour ka OIC ka kango jangande ka Gambia kango jangande so mi toji be kon bari na raje ko komi ala contrat ko nyinga ya terminate amune kata
no ala contrat ko me atina just first of all let me just say ko nga fo nyameng me yembula nyindo ko wala mu puru nyinu be kango jangande, and they are all people many alonko we had confidence in them, but just like we said, the public way, it was a public atodumfang ala contract is a matter of public information is out there. So Mayatina, the reason was stated once we communicated that to him, and then since these are contractual matters, I really don't want to go into the details of those things, but it was very much communicated to him, and the contract on and sign I silo dinale kai silo dia tele nyaming pour na feel ko anytime ko at malafika tenten no nyin contract ko la na partnership member na tema pour e findi so mo wala itanda la drum yeah
so member mune ade na contract ko tamina
ha ko wala
ka auto fana isene andi
na make ko mom pare ka jesene andi kame espenie contract ko la yalong these are issues many yalong ko they are between us, these are contractual matters, but we communicated the reasons to him. But more importantly, na contract ko lunying just like every other contract I silo dinale ninga tara nga feel ko be men nyini kan na partnership nyin kono mantra soro kan pour nga bondi je afanang na fana ya feel ko abe men nyini kan kono amang atara la interest saf kan na fa ka bondi ya se bondi je wala kete dron.
All right, so contract ko jinna copy la nyin
ha
ya faham ya wala be mbulde ya on
discontinuation
of
contract letter le be bulu bam fo contract ko la copy bi janne wala nyin
ha nyin do mu discontinuation on nyin
ha
ya faham ya termination letter nyin discontinuation of engagement nyin na le fango nyin terminate le ya faham ya andal ye minkeje almandi amosian ali ala performance ali yo review
yes
ali aje ko coming Allah sta perform nyama mantra taka wonya ya understand so sign kodi altolu al agree tamunela with regards to nana da pour contract ko la termination period nyanta kila munede pour party fulol pour ka nyo kala mutande pour ka itande nyola ko ka notice o di nyola ko nyin contract ko terminate la period o nyimbo munede ala duration o munede 1 month lomba 2 month lomba 3 month lomba duration o nyimbo munede.
No, Mr. Sultan, coming explain Yalong, I cannot sit here and want to talk about the contract clause one after the other. As you could see, it's
specific
it's a bulky document.
No, I can help you. It's just few lines low.
No. Yeah, you understand coming. When so understand. And coming explain wala muko. Come ye contract ko memuta fenjamale bakono. So on top of my head, I cannot be specific and say line nanga me nyinafa. So come in ka wale foye.
Can I help you recall?
All be kenola baringalo nako. contract ko nyina la sartol lel andum fanan ni modunta ni nyon contract civil kono jikole bema ebe be yilla ka memma so nin tolta da ngaje ko be yilla ka memma mantaro soto kan then we decided to move on definitely and that is what
all
we
right
indicate.
fine contract ko me yitan dim falle is simple me contract ko nyimba display la jadde pour gambianol be saje contract ko me yitan is very simple.
Yes.
Wala nyindi ko comme ali right soto la ka contract ko terminate ada fana right soto ka contract ko terminate ya fa hamyal both parties your right soto but contract ko mi yitande you know both parties faltol lom ba nimem pare ka contract ko terminate inyanta notice le di la marila 3 weeks ison dajel 3 weeks ison dajel but saying manka jang ala contract ko nyin santa on the 14 contract ko terminate on the 27 yalo man 3 weeks ison dawal
masi
aman 3 weeks so be nyaadi la say akam da
no
kuma alla kuma kan alye men sa fal sarri damina follow be dam alman tamani wala ison taje
yalla ntaka men foye nyimu luwa kulel
non ke nyini ngale simple fal ison taje la abe sabe ne is clear I will display it here yalla notice aldo le assign alman tamani wala contract ko santa on the 14 on the 27 alye contract ko terminate
nka wala foye ni en sodoma nimba explain len
go ahead
so becoming explaining these are normal clauses in contracts that you give notice of termination nila fakak. But even though notice of termination clause bejele, it doesn't stop any one of you nimella fakabo contract ko kono ye nyamoto bondi je. It doesn't stop you from it. Ni ake fana sartale beje men nyanta lele kan. So but it doesn't stop you. So ntol man fenke me alonko nsafo men nako it is contrary to whatever. Ni ajibe letter nyin kono ngamne fa enka ko if there are anything that is due to you by virtue of this termination, you know, you can contact the relevant authorities. We will do that. So,
I'll $10,000, $20,000. Aliye contract wall. Aliye $10,000. Follow. Sarto altama dan mimena. Sarto follow mendi. 3 weeks notice almo di ala contract ko terminate. Woto seni ala coming. Aliye sarto aldol fanga men landa alman tamani wala. Number 1. Number 2. 20,000 alna agree ta wala. Aliye 10,000 diala. Andum termination letter bala aliya safeje. Clearly ko come 10,000 dobe dilala. Aliyo diala falma.
No. Mama fa ko 10,000 dobe dilala. What is indicated there is that everything, the things that are owed to him, basically, so you know, since you know, these are legal contractual matters, and that
this is clearly written here.
Okay,
we are determined. All
clearly written
will be
10,000 dinar
accordingly. Made display la.
No, fa ke nyin kamena. Iko what is clearly written? Kombe 10,000 dinar. Umantara safarin je.
No, umantara safarin je. But niaje ngoto. I'll agree to 20,000 lela. That is clear. Ison dauto lale. Ya faham ya. Aliye 10,000 diala. And aliye min safaja is English language. Ite akaran ndanga akaran. Ya faham ya. Aliye min safaja wole nyindiko. We are determined. All remedies due to you will be settled accordingly.
No. Yes, that the Oma for 10,000 bedilala. But Mr. Sultan, these are
10,000 bedilala. But it gave it inside.
Yala ngawale try ka explain. Ni atra ikal yalla mo ele hearing me, you will definitely hear me. Ngame explain wala muko. That is coming fue yememfo rightfully so. There is a termination clause. Termination nyanta kele nyamo bebe jele ko nyanta ka notice period ledi. Bari fana wo notice period dio sarto be safari nyama. Among either party stop nila faka bondi konta ko nyin ko e boje. Ba ni nyamo to bata je fana kulel fana beje menu nyanta kela kamari giso nyabo ko wala fe wala nanga asafata je ko
baral mo ke jem falle almo kul safedang let's call a spade a spade. You are not fair to him. Almo kul safedang you just terminated his contract just like that.
No, you might understand.
It's unfair.
You don't understand. There's nothing unfair about this. This is Nimu fenkol di ka fanya di ntonga memfo ni nyu fenko nyu kono jibe. Is where determined all remedies due to you. Malam fanga me feka understand. So ning atara ata feel loko fenne beje by virtue of our termination that we owed him. He should come and trigger that and then start a conversation na kacha nga jibe by virtue of menketa mune nyanda mun ala hako mu muneti nga dia landol fanana hako mu mendi nga dinyola wala mu nga wala sa faje ku letero kono.
Okay.
So wo man ke ko me
let me come in here. Let me come in here quickly. Sign. Alka nim performance because alko performance based
Mr. Sultan, I think it is a huge missed opportunity that we have a serious matter as important as one of the the second largest gathering of world leaders, the single biggest gathering ever in the history of our country. Man seeing all our logistics all kacha, wala preparation, how is Gambia preparing to sell itself? But we are here belaboring on these little things. These are things many
it's disappointing, Fali. It's disappointing that you're trying to
it is not disappointing. To be honest with you,
but listen to me.
I'm just saying,
these things are very essential. Okay, so allow me to learn. You don't want me to get deep into these things, but I'm sorry that I have to because
I don't see how.
But allow me to ask my questions. Please allow me due respect. Allow me to ask it's my prerogative to ask. It's your prerogative to say I will not answer. But it will be disappointing if you want to question my line of question. No, you want to dictate it. That's uncalled for. You are, of course, you journalist only. So just allow me to flow. We will get there. I know the kind of questions I'll as communication officers, but we will get there. Don't worry about that.
No, Mr. Sultan, I'm just saying
you were flowing nicely when I talked about projects, implementation and stuff. Now
because
I'm trying to check, certain things and you're feeling uncomfortable. So we'll get there. Don't worry. Quickly. Quickly. So here is the thing, right? So Allah fengoning yara alkali review like ala performance, right? Alika performance review alka gauge nyadi come karibe perform kan karimanta perform. How do you gauge that?
Sultan, yara ndeka explain here. If you look at the terms of the condition, the agreement and in the contract, they are all indicated there. There are expectations on both sides. Our obligation and the obligation of the other party. So Nia Jibe, dollar review obviously is going to be based on those terms. Fon Saratita Menna was startul beti makane based on our expectations, the same otherwise. So basically, Nimbe review kela abe base la walela. But comment ka make explain here.
So saya nga kabuta ko ila mangana. So saya nga kabuta ko comment. Kabrali o manana.
Mr. Sultan, to be honest, definitely Intela Miroro, we are spending more time than we really.
This is IFANG BONDI. Just be patient with me, please. Just be patient with me, please. I can see your frustration. You don't want us to discuss about it. Just be patient with me. Be patient with me, please. Yeah, man. We'll get there. You'll be fine. Don't worry. All right? So, Sai, what I want to know is, right? Imam Pareka itandina coming fengo nying ali review nying ali ake nyame and the like. But until nga menje kuokono, wole mnyinti kuokodi, manka jang yala do go start. And we have proofs. Yava yala coming, I fengol fintindile. Ka OIC kango jang yandi. In fact, at a start, prior to jandin dulba datila. But then again, niya jibe ka jele ko coming, alkal sulata menna nalmo wosota albata minute. That's your right. But so saying, Aldi mankaja alman kolfa, alman femfa, aliyeta minute contract out of all the influences. Alia mankajang single-handedly, alia mankajang mutalia bondi alia contract terminate alma kumandi almankaja alman fek. Obenyadi.
Yalanka wale foi sartol lebeje and then sartol lumen beje coming afwe nyaming ala performance ning our relationship with him entirely. We gauge it against all those performance expectations and in fact other expectations that we have of people that we are partnering. And then we are not satisfied with the outcome of that, and then we did what we had to do.
All right, so quickly.
Even before President of Finland, the office follow emergency meeting of command. Na stakeholder that was 2 weeks before the president went out. So ngaitan di lako project on nyanda tarla demendo amantareje what is going on. So ndunta badimbung, and then we did a diagnostics. And then to the extent of even found a conditional dollar ninka kodol ke men yalonko ntelafla ko elaborate because badi mum kachalem at that level because we see
ba yanda ñu elaborate la because ñu bina jele yalon diamo be sharing banko kan Gambiano dol ko OIC is a failed project ya fa
ndata sonna wala
mina nsonga nanje ndikita ko ali problème lu melude jandim problème lu bina sartol le lata kayitandi wodo ko lalla le meluta pour yedo ko kalye kayitandi la ko ni 0.5 problem do ko nyanda futala je atara man futa jabe point 3 nin sakol le belari njikita wol belari ne sa so sai kabral ya ko do ko man dara taka ali alla disappointment wol sodo ali mun tamandir sifal le tamandi wol kan mun luwa sifal le belari mel yalan ko sarta sifal le belala ali mel tamandi kan ka itandira ko coming dolnal tul agrita menna ndakorta menna al mawke silan dol fanam be nyum busaro le lalal kan
ha yalan busaro ina manam futa woto hani la kulu dinno min be bulu sokono ida manam futa busaro to misal fe na ku ke memman correct e ka sindile ya kacandi foro ya itandala munatna am kilimolti al bel hamo menti wala mu pourkaji ko projet ko nyedo ko ay bang on time mo be lafta men na ya soto so jani be futa la fu busaro to false wo nyong meeting si fal
okay so valli yodo mo aseni ada ko di ya manga so now I will explain to you why ngani video play reason ya dina mi ananga in video play yalon ko projet ko mo aliamu busar sifal le landi kan ya fanga because nini mo agreement okay busaro le nyanta tarlaje for both parties ni te failda inyanta menkela as part the agreement busaro le kan olon sartol ni ndo fanam failda the other party as part the agreement busaro le ka valli iko halila kurul dinde o membe suwe ko janning ibe busaro futan dilama ya faham yale inyanta kumandila la folo ina kaja ya faham yale janni be futala busaro to kule nyanta kela so bar sa ni engine ka about nim contractol adu nyimu big project ko le nyinde contract ko le mi alan ka warta bage katam dum man ka janta bar man ka janta mun ade nal man badi mun ka take because he ko dunta nyindo badi mun ka take bar man ka janta what stopped you people from getting into badi mun ka ja prior to alla contract ko la termination
no Mrs. Sultan yalla ntaka men ngam SPNE wala muko project ko nin contract ko nin Kenya manke client they are miles apart here we are talking about multi-million-dollar projects nyindo amanke ko komen be jutuna la samba kam project ko nyina kodo nyina membe je o contract ko nyina koro bari Kenya le manke client so membe je dron comme ngam SPNE it's just a variety of factors that you look at and in this case ngadi ko comme ngam SPNE there are a lot of factors many alonko we look at in terms of the performance bidding. Just like I said, some of the issues that we also look at is imari fanang, things that have to do with your performance, your conduct, and in Kujamalu, we just look at it and then just make an assessment. So in this case, we just assessed based on at our own level that it is in our best interest to just discontinue this contract, and that is what we did. But definitely the two things that you are comparing,
all right, okay, agreement mo agreement. It doesn't matter. Contract mo contract. It doesn't matter.
But if agreement mo agreement, nobody stops either one of us based on that agreement. Nobody stops us.
All right, ali agreement mo mindeda. Ekanyim $1 million contract ko belfode. Wala mindiko satul levelari. Manka janta doyata man doya the same satul levelari. Almanda babal alka nange contract. Kaitul le sa agreement le keta kaitul sign.
Exactly.
The same thing wala keta jana fana. So it doesn't matter fokodo beata fokodo man beata fokontra ko wata fokontra ko ma wara ya faham ya lon kamem boy même bi je wolem ñindi ko agreement mo agreement le contract mo contract le bari alni ñindol dunda badim mon kaja jandim busaro bina alni ñindo man dum badim bun kaja busaro nata lata kan is that fair or not Nfally?
You have to assess each issue based independently. They are not the same in terms of scope ila contractual terms or agreements or fana manke clean so ite compare nola but comme même foi whether or not to exhaust other forms of remedies or whether or not ka contract ko nyinta ka terminate immediately, that is a prerogative that the secretariat has, and we decided that in this matter we want to discontinue the contract immediately. So that was our decision. I don't think anything there is much to say about that. So it did two issues that are different, completely different. We opted to pursue one of those issues in this manner, and we opted to do another one in a different manner. So so but
well, I want to put it to you.
Fairness, we try to be fair to him. We are determined remedies due to you will be settled. We kumo banne. Obe kama itandi wole mukwate fanang ko nyin kana ke nyala mealon ko aba adimnabe warala kan. So nte jero to come ngape
Nfally is unfair. The truth is, Alye Menkala is unfair. ya faham yala contract ko in 3 months long within 2 weeks ye contract ko di mola ko performance de jibe anda da mati dani jama bale biji and he's doing well. We all saw that killing killing Alio Bondije. The truth is, I want to put it to you. I don't want our speeches to overlap. I want you to listen to me. The truth is, you know, that is uncalled for. It's unacceptable. It's unfair. You understand it? To do that. That's the bottom line. Because coming up when you have a contract with Dila Dole, Satul and the Ekal Dunda Badim Bunkaja, Nindola contract, so you terminate. You know, atra kajaman ke femman kalia fe. So where I done the ko comment, madunga la for jila fa isa je fana seselena. Where I done the ko comment alia menke manka janna is very unfair. That's the bottom line. So it la fen community.
No, well, assessment definitely. I don't.
No, but that's the truth. Mfali, explanation on a member that's the truth.
That is the
that's
truth.
The reality.
Discounting my own argument of things. Ndeka memfwe. Wale muko ito ko wale muitela on perception ndeko yo control majo nyama ndol ngaji nyama nga wale SPN fonde nite aje wale nyama fana baste je bari ndol ngaji nyama nga wale fwe nga witan dilala ko all these contracts are being in sartole man dingol ko sartan kuma ko anu sarto nyim fana kono there are expectations kol be jele nga yila men mate la karola kol be jele ata fana yila men nan tol fana na karol adabo kono wale mukajo nin contract ko signed ngo kele so ndol fana na raje ko biri nga contract ko sign nga yirkaro ke kujamalla men be dending ala kolu Kenya la do ko Kenya la baro la nin kujamalla ngol be jibe ngaje ko nin kol be laari nyamen ndolla interest momenti wala muko nala badi yanga kuntu sonte ka wala fwe ete aje wala nyaman ndol ma jo nyaman ndol ngaji nyamen
okay ngenyi ni ngala yirkaro e mampare ko do fanan jabi but that's okay sa nga proceed because time moment siya ba
exactly.
So quickly sign kodi ngaje le fanan influential kono aliyem meluta influencers ni aliyem meluta kitabu mantaraji fana diamo sian disade kono back ya faham ya mune wono aliye selection o ke nyaadile in terms of ka influential ta mel yalon ko lebe dindi min ko alla selection process ni ke nyaade
elo ka kama ya fa nyaming tolu na influencer partnership nyin kono birimbe dunna kono nun na you know, but first of all, let me just say, Kitabu is a highly talented person, well respected. I personally have huge respect for him. But he coming off with Nyaming, you know, it's a strategic work. We wanted to appeal to a certain age group. Molel beje menu yalonko, ela siobe tembe dale to me yalonko to lafakan na kibaro fitandi walem. Lafta hamu mendi wala muka jibe mol men yalon ko wala be TikTok ni Instagram ma famala e ka mamanje sembo sodeje ni wala do ko ke ngambulo di nyokono. So in that fenkolemu and then we reach out to quite a good number of TikTokers. In fact, what we just did was we went and used some of these online metrics ka jibe jumalen mu biggest influencer di Gambia kono. So listo men findita the top 10 or top 15 nga wolel approach nge engage dol beje nga dol safe dol yen reply dol beje nge safe e man reply dol beje la email men fon beje ye email man fem moy nga dol try mo wala to mesoto so mol men yalan ko le responda definitely ni wolel na attending so ndo link kitabula partnership balia does not take away anything from him amanke ko njurutala le amanke ko comme man confidence sotato so men keta dro wole muko the risk of people that we engage and they responded to us based on the assessment of the target group la faka futa mem ni wolele dokoke and that does not take away anything from Kitabu modul be jele men yalon ko they are extremely influential mol ke la moy kende ke nyim banko kam ida mantra o listo kono o fana mam fentalaji amanke ko menga anything else
quickly mina wotom falli iko mol me yalon ko be TikTok nyol Instagram nyol ya faham yani so aliye mol men select top 10 ol kono Kitabu mantara yo fabi
ko wala explain
that's the idea the dollar aliyo reach out al mol so no telephone or email ol dalin kudol do bar Kitabu bo top 10 aliye mel select Kitabu ol kono fatije
eventually nata na nimmelu mo folol men nata do ko ke the initial fengolu Kitabu mantara ol kono ani
Kitabu it means alman Kitabu select
Kitabu man select
all right so sa am falli kodi eka nyin TikTok al mempo eka Instagram ol mel foten ya famia do you know ko Kitabu ol do fanan
ha kitabu be jele bari yalon momo fanan nala sembolem abele ko mbebe nyame Instagram mbebe Facebook mbebe Snapchat mbebe TikTok bari nsembolu warta nyoti jele. And then coming fo based on our research, based on the metrics that we have, nara menje wole muko molu menu nga biringa na research ke ngaje ko Gambia top tech TikTok asolu biringa listo nyin jibe nara molu menije nga wole engage, and it was quite a good number of them. Dol fama be jele men ya wol mantra Gambia jam fango dol be jele nga wole fana engage coming fo. But just like I said, I don't want to make this about Kitabu. Amanke ko anybody picked on him. Amanke ko matter because he's not talented. Amanke ko matter because of anything. It was just as a result of that guidance, that metric, mensoto, mbarata walela, and then molu engage definitely. And secondly, you cannot engage everybody in all of these things. People like Kitabu, there are various ways that we could have engaged him in other plans. For example,
you did not. So let's call a spade a spade. Let me cut you there. Here is the thing, right? It is a member that ngamil engage and in fengoning kudo. Alia Kitabu bondi kuol kono nyame. Also, it's not fair. No. Of course, no. Alia, number dongana.
Yalo niko bondi de la bilo ko adabe nunjela bondi.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I will reframe that. Bari mandika kangla. Alman Kitabu ta nyame. It's unfair to him. You know why?
No, but Kitabu is not the only comedian, and there are a lot of people men mantaraje. How do you explain that? For example, you have many alonko. They are extremely influential. Let me give you a good example. Who can I think of here? A comedian. Let's say, for example, Wagan Menka comedy. Yalo mol safono le mol fanankare fanal lamoy le mol kabula noman. So that's what I'm saying. Nyimbe nyameng. Coming ngabeng SPNE, mo be de tara no la kono. Ntul se hamonin sawo se be kela mendi. We work with all of these people, but it's practically impossible. Okay, but the people that we decided to work with, our decision to work with them was based on the research that we have done. It's very simple. Go online and look at Gambia top 10 TikTokers.
Okay, did you research about Kitab?
No, we did not particularly research about anyone individual.
Are you trying to tell me Alaji Muhammad is popular than Kitabu on TikTok?
No. Yeah, no,
it's a simple question.
No, Alaji Muhammad like case is different. Only Alaji Muhammad a partnership sort of long since before Nyembekela. We've been partnering with him. Yes, Kala radio program sponsor ani ala kuko. So when you man your but Mr. Sultan.
All right, okay. New order man. Nfally, you are not giving me the chance now to ask my question. I gave you the chance to talk.
I do.
Yeah, but it cannot be all you. I have to ask my question.
Answer without giving me the chance to learn fully. You also want to come in and interject.
No. But the thing is, I gave you a chance to talk. We don't have time. You said Koko Mima Wadoso. I'm trying to make
That's
sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Accordingly and fairly.
You have to also give me room to be able to fully answer.
Okay, now come.
No, on that
particular. I don't want it to be a situation where I feel I've given you enough time to elaborate. I just want to ask a question because it cannot be all you. I also
it is not all me. You are asking questions, but if you even a chance dilam fana na la ngani jabiroke ngane kumu boindi because yen nyini ka Alhaji Mohammed la kuwala mbole explain kam mom pare do rel dun tan ko nga wala explain. If you have to be fair to me, you want people to hear what we have to say and what inform our decisions. So nimba explain fana ye chance na nga kumo boindi saje nimolu ba mola is se kumo be moy in wholesale.
It's a time but say free range sign, go ahead, no problem, sir. Go ahead, free range. Because
Mr. Sultan, I miss
yeah, Famia. So here is the thing, right?
I cannot hear you. Can you take that back because I cannot hear you then. Okay,
all right, ngam for itela ko time. Ya understand. Wala tinda mbela free ka cool tarian. Ya understand. But nila fanga free range dilan so fanandino la. But then nyanda questionol fanandino kala. Okay, mbadungana. Nyanda questionol nyinin kala because it cannot be all you. Ndefana nyanda nyinin kala ke lete jabiro. Sa impurunga nyomo. Ya famia. Kitabu kodi ni nata nan Facebook, ni nata nan Instagram, ni nata nan TikTok. Ndi kita ko nyanda research kala ka long fa fital pour ka taraje, fa mon fit pour ka taraje. Aliyo kala ba. Aliyo research kala ka jibe ko kitabu nyanda.
Left to understand. When Birimbe Nyinkolo Soka Nyokang, there was no individual case of Kaji, Kasi, Kakari Jibe. You know, it's not about Kitabu. There are equally more equally prominent people that are widely followed. Comment kame Eswenie. singling out Kitabu. Okay, why is Kitabu alone?
But which influencer in the Gambia, let's call a spade, Nfally. Which influencer Jumale Beje Gambia, me along sign them, wole following.
They are as influential as Kitabu, or there are pages.
No, but I'm asking a question. Influencer killing for you. Me along wole following sort of Katambi Kitabu on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, killing for
Mr. Sultan, this is a simple matter. Ndeka make explain it. Mo jamalel beje men yalonko. They also have the numbers. Niaji ibete kanya nola in terms of ila followers or whatever. You look at the reach. You look at the reach of ila content ning mo ka jibe nyamen the viewership anin ku jamal. Mo jamal beje men yalonko, they have those numbers. Well, why are we singling Kitabu alone? What is
but
so
YouTube got a silver medal Kitabu. If you're telling me you reach an infant call, it shows comment. Let me just allow me to come here. Kitabu ni na ko di Facebook. Kitabu has more than 100,000 followers on Facebook. Yenanang on TikTok. Kitabu has about 67,000 followers on TikTok. Yenanang on Instagram. Kitabu Instagram following Babula for about 30,000, 27,000. Woma fala kata 30,000 ka. Wolbe Kitabu bulu nyun long. Adung asene ada ko komi kita madungana. Asene ada ko komi Kitabu Gambia bele ka jibe. But tonya mende wole mende ko mfande. Calling a spade. Ila mo ngana. Tonya ka fo ka sabadi wole mende ko. Ye influential beta. Adu nyimu fonni ngel me yalon ka te fana nyanda fo jara kuol kono. Bari Gambia no long andabe dulal do dame yalon ko. E ndolbe yalo lajen. That is very unfair.
Mr. Sudan, my response to that.
What is your response to that?
My response to that question is there are people on that list who have more followers than Kitabu on all those platforms. There are people on that platform. Kitabu fana followership soto le katambi woldol. But mol fana mbejele meni alonko. Wol fana ye followership soto in that region o menta mita board Kitabu la anin dol ndol ngam mendo koke. Ndol mene do koke. But wol be man traje. So nte ka memfoy. Ko be nyameng nimmo bete do ko kenola. So based on so until I understand why just Kitabu? Why are you singling Kitabu's case? And nungtenga explain from the beginning what informed our choices. These are metrics. These are objective, independent metrics that if you have a computer, I'm sure you have a computer before you. Just go online, top 10 game. So come for this is a strategic work. Our interest and our focus was ndola goal monumenti wala mu to appeal to a certain age group wala mu TikTokality aning Instagram molo. So ni nata jibe in terms of engagement what TikTok ning Instagram listening Kitabu mantara kono but I'm getting of do a big on bande
Allah selection is very unfair. That's the
no, there's nothing unfair about that.
It's very unfair. That's the bottom line. You people are not.
Wrong.
You people are not fair to Kitabu.
Why
Gambia? You are not fair to Kitabu at all.
Modol bejele men yalonko. They also have very good following. Why are we making this about Kitabu?
Okay, right. Not
everybody could be on this so until Miro, I don't see a huge deal here. Coming am SPN Ndolin Kitabula doku balia in this project woman femo fenetala Kitabula darajoro aning ala talent. Coming am SPN our decision was informed by the level of engagement and reach on Instagram and TikTok. So wale atin nanung ninyo partnership ke. That doesn't mean ko Kitabu mang followership soto on Instagram and in TikTok amam mean ko molubuka follow. But in Tolla actions was based on the research that we did online. And that research we made and the walen mun top 10 Gambian TikTokers in data. That's the list that we went by. As a Ken Olafanko Birin Tatale, who would not have loved to have Kitabu? We would have loved to have Kitabu on our partnership. We have nothing against him. He is hugely talented. Molka Bulakono. But just like when you are in the middle of some of these things, ila focus is abuka sometimes ila jero boko jamfabage. So what happened in this case is that the bring an research ke nyintol lel findita mentol findita nga wolel contact dol yen jabi dol man jabi men yen jabi ni wol it does we don't have any sacred cow here, no favoritism mankeje because be nyin kala men say misal ni nga tere ka unfair treatment for if it is deliberate and intentional dalil le be men nako ndolu wala nga kitabu bondi. There is no plausible reason doing that. Definitely.
All right, Sang. Let's forge ahead, Sang. So nganana organization wala fanna albete mbeda jumalu.
Abaraka, I wish definitely, kacha tala follow nyimfango be that is a new wala and tala jama fonga ke wadi fang, but alhamdulillah.
Wasi balle kadial communication officer.
Amake ko wale kadial because to be honest with you, not that I'm trying to undermine or ikafanya dile kanyin cool take doyandi or anything like that. Amanke wadi, but never mirror. These things, as important as they may be, I know for accountability purpose and in Kujamal, but bro, we have a huge tax before us. I think, it's important we address them, but anyway, thank God. Anyway, so ntola pareo tembo la karola, alhamdulillah, definitely, be nkaro dango beke kane, kaje ko ngadunga kono kairala, nga fintije kairala, isaje Gambia nolu ni Gambia banko c'est to dia soto je nyala me alon ko Gambia no be se titar no ala
so akamta ko sang ninkumu albe parerinne pour kanyulu head of state ni ku kenyolu ni na nyolu ninkumu al pareta ko be lorinne anyanda la nyame pour ke dia ko di
most definitely parobe ke kan karo fana bela andum parawo nyin kono dum mobile fana mba muta kamfe kabring Gambia man sakunda Gambia dingolu kabo banko nyaton ko la His Excellency President Barrow kata man sakunda molu fana dulal to tarinke everybody mobe ba muta kamfe la alhamdulillah ikaje fongo nanyi banko be senendiro fongo me alon kon ka woleke mbe wole kanteng ikaje ko molu ka findi la fongo jama ba wato wadi molu ka findi just Nilundunta Milan Nukono, the Gambia Disabled Federation, they reach out, the Gambia Scout Federation, the University of the Gambia Student Hall, everybody is coming, to be part of it. Kasopka Kadema Rock and Dolfana Carola Bencato Beke Kane, Fanna la Kuya Lanko Sulata la Kala, Kajiko, Somito Nyeta, Alhamdulillah, Mbe Irwa Sotokanjele, Mbe Nyarta Kul Sotokango, Carol Bele, Kabrin Bla Lembang. Kabring motor lembang kabo flaxol lembang accreditation system olu kol men yalon ko ben sulatila wol bebe kekane biti lola ni nata bin na conference center to jam e badle ko do ko sembe mabe ke kam bake e be tentol wulindi kan molbe do ko ke kambe dulal be parandi kambe woni kamba definitely.
All right, so ni waya itan le ko ni silo ka te bayla kodi ko tali bayl jamal lek
ni silo definitely bayo kay mom ngamara sila wore tambita wala la kende ke fan sila membe je doron ka lungo nyina konti fan sila nsafo fo na haymaroto membe nim bem follow nyin tema man tambi tili tan na sila fan tili tan nim fula the first senior officers meeting men nyanda kela abeda tila wo wato la so bayo kumo wa command sila tambita wala la in fact mem fo be caring wala muko a lot of these countries have confirmed they are coming. Ila delegation sizes and in representational banku jamal be jele men yalon ko fam yol be itandire be ila kam president wala foreign minister la ni mo ko tengon so bayo ka ya ntamita wala definitely this time around abe kelale inshallah be dunna kono karala nga findi je karala nyala me yalon ko Gambia no be se nga nya soto no je Gambia to dia soto je.
Thank you very much for coming, Fali. It's a pleasure to receive you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be on the show. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yaye instant services nyulle nata ka Gambia mulu be da handi nkalen ne yaye de e ba Gambia ka robe la labiri nan katon fokoina yaye mandangale ko dikiyo dam mato de e ka kaswa wa fali yenne e ka credit go wa fali yenne al salla ko dota liya kal fongola account nimi lafta western union kiyola ria small wall aning MoneyGram nin remit ay wali yaye nyulle nata andung nyulle da ha warta de yaye inata le puruka mobele da handi yaye yes
company le nyini kambang mi ya long koy pharmacy tale baake anum fane lanna ya tale Gambia banko kanjang woto Lee Properties plus Real Estate and Building Materials afelalia jang Lee Properties plus Real Estate and Building Materials wala la company tal nyanta tala dami katun ko le doko sene ya tale lanna ya tale andung itariata nga kenol sotale ne Gambia banko kanjang kabo abuko katafu farato jalambang kasakunda kachume aning jambanjele Lee Properties plus Real Estate and Building Materials mandanga lejede nka loro kele luaso anin bohol singo atol mimba bun lora waranta lafta bun lolla nga bagasi kendol le sotale nsa wafalma nga samba fal lafta la dame min dabe soneyari atol min lafta kala kenol sotobi alna Lee Properties plus Real Estate and Building Materials alni e kacha katun ko la joro soneyata bakele al Lee Properties plus Real Estate and Building Materials kumandi 7523293 wala 5827811